Hey everyone, this video covers something a little bit more in depth called Slope Intercept. Slope Intercept, often abbreviated to SI, is any way to climb a ledge that you're not intended to be able to climb by the game developers. I'm going to start off by showing how this is used in DAX in a couple different ways, and also how it's used in a few different places in the speedrun, and what different types of it can look like. First off, I'm just going to show a little bit of how the speedrun would get to where we would use Slope Intercept, just to see some of the tricks I've already covered used in the run. So let's give it a shot.
By order of Dr. Nefarious,
Oh, real quick.
Fridays have been canceled indefinitely.
Forgot to set my positioning properly. There we go. Charge boot lag jump. You can then simply charge boot and cancel your charge boot with a shot. Then go ahead and use a tier jump to get up to this ledge. And here we see a slope. Now if I were to jump on this slope, I would slide down. Unless I jump high enough, apparently. But yeah, the game developers, don't expect you to be up here. This slope is not grippable for the most part. One of the ways that you can get up slopes that you're not meant to is to delay a hit of your wrench to swing it horizontally. And by that I mean if I jump and mash out the square button for the wrench, I will get a hyper strike and I'll still slide down the ledge quite a bit before I can take any more actions. But if I delay my square input a little bit, I'll do a horizontal swipe, and then I can climb further up, and now I'm suddenly on a part of the slope that is a little bit less steep and I can actually stand on. So this is one way of using Slope Intercept, and in the run you would use this in order to clip through this wall, and I bonked so I'm gonna die, but you would clip through that wall and get into that room and initiate a cutscene. This is perfect because I needed to return here anyways to show another spot where you can use Slope Intercept. And this spot would really only be useful in an all titanium bolts speedrun, unless you simply made a mistake and didn't want to die. Now, if I already showed this in one of the other videos, if I were to come down here and get this titanium bolt, and yet I still needed to finish off the right side of Dax, I could simply use Slope Intercept to climb up this slope. And you have to kind of, be strict with your timing, or you'll get your controls locked up and slide down. But yeah, that's one other way that we can use it. One other place, rather. There is another form of Slope Intercept, which is when you land on a ledge that is going to make you slide down, but for a moment it puts you in a crouching position and allows you to jump. So there's a spot like that here. Right there, when I did that jump, ordinarily I would simply slide down that ledge. So let's see if I can get that to happen. See, I'll simply slide back down. I was standing for a moment there. Looks like there's actually a little bit of the ledge you could stand on here, but for the most part you slide down. But if I simply mash out R1 and X, I'm holding R1 and mashing X, I can actually land for a brief moment and jump as you saw right there. So now I'm just going to show what this looks like in a bit of a different situation. So first I'll be going to the next place that we would go to after Dax, which is Abani Gemini. In Abani Gemini, you're meant to use the refractor, but in a speedrun we don't actually pick the refractor up. The refractor is actually completely eliminated from the run, and there are only a couple spots where the game intends for you to use it anyways. The way that we get around using it here is you're supposed to use it to open this door, but we can use Slope Intercept to get around this door. So remember, if I mash it out too quickly, I'll do a hyper strike, and I won't really be getting that much height. I'll be getting very slowly, and I kind of fall a lot each time. But if I simply delay my wrench swing a little bit, I can get some nice height and, simply climb the door. So, to show you what it looks like when you actually exit the door. Oh, 1 second. There we go. You could simply use Slope Intercept to exit the door. Now the rest of this planet uses a clip to avoid needing the refractor, but that is the basics of Slope Intercept for a Bonnie Gemini. Now there's one more place where I want to show the other form of Slope Intercept, the sliding jump that allows you, or the ledge that allows you to crouch for a moment, and that is in Koros. And Koros has one of the more difficult tricks in an 90% speedrun to learn. You can, of course, like any trick, you can get very consistent at it, but it is much, I would say, more in the advanced category. And I'll probably be doing a video to cover this trick in its entirety as well later on. But I wanted to quickly show what another form of Slope Intercept looks like. So first I use a whip jump to get over here and go through a part of the wall that I never thought you'd be able to get to. So already I'm actually standing on a ledge I'm not really supposed to be able to stand on, but because I did that hyper strike at the end, I am now standing on the ledge instead of sliding down it. Now I'm going to be jumping around this wall right here, the wall on the left side here. I'm going to be jumping inside the building and back out through the wall. And what that will do is right as I'm passing through the wall, there will be a moment where I can actually jump again and use Slope Intercept to climb the building. And so let's see if I can do that. And see right there, I use Slope Intercept to gain an additional, some additional height. And as you can see, I fell all the way back down when I didn't continue to do the loop. Like I said, I'm going to cover the Koros climb in its own video at some point, but I wanted to quickly show how Slope Intercept is used in an additional part of the run. The trick with Slope Intercept is really all timing, whether it be the wrench format or the crouch jump format. You can use Slope Intercept in a lot of places you wouldn't normally expect to form some pretty interesting jumps. You can see I'm almost landing there, so this is maybe somewhere you could use it. You can see I land for a moment there, which means this is most likely a spot where I could actually use Slope Intercept to climb a little bit higher. I've never tried in this spot in particular, so that's not working out too well for me right now. But yeah, you obviously can't just do it on a vertical wall. It has to have a gradual enough slope for you to be actually able to jump. And yeah, that's really the basics of Slope Intercept. I hope that helps somebody out, especially when you're learning Koros climb or how to get out of a Bonnie Gemini. Thanks for watching.